Hi, this is John Flansburgh and John Linnell of They Might Be Giants.
With Marty Beller on the drums.
Don't let's start. I've got a weak heart. So not to put too fine a pine on it. Say I'm the only bee in your bonnet.
We approach all the material we write in a surprisingly similar way, which is to say, you know, it's very, when you have the blank page in front of you, it's always a question of getting started, and whether it's a children's song or a album track or some specific project for a client or something, I think that we kind of only know one way to do it, which is just to come up with something interesting. I mean, it has to be appropriate, obviously, to the project. How do you come up with an idea? And that there isn't really, luckily in a way, there isn't really a set answer, because it would probably be pretty tedious if there were a sort of formulaic way of coming up with ideas.
And now you're even older, and now you're even older. You're older than you've ever been, and now you're even older.
Well, we actually, we just got nominated for a Grammy. So in February, we're going out to LA, and the album that we did is called Here Comes the 1-2-3s, and we're up against, a symphony orchestra and a couple of other people, including a new artist who I'm not really familiar with, but the name of their project is Here Comes their name. And so even at the ceremony, we're going to have to get to the third word before we know if we've won or not.
Assuming one or the other.
If it's them or us, like, it'll be like, and the winner is Here Comes. It's gonna be torture.
We'll be rising out of the seat.
Yeah, but right. Yeah, I mean, it'll be hard not. It'll be hard when you hear "Here Comes." It'll be like, yeah, that sounds bad. But hopefully, I mean, we hope that we win, and so that'll be exciting. And
if not, party.
We won a Grammy once before, and I have to say, going to the party and like just seeing the whole thing. For a musician, it's like there are a lot of legendary people there, and it's an amazing event.
Make a hole with a gun perpendicular to the name of this town in a desktop globe.
I was driving like up the New Jersey Turnpike from playing at, I think it might have actually been at the Tower Theater. There was a car in front of me at a stoplight that had the New Jersey license plate TMBG on it. And I was like, this is, this person's got to be a super fan. Like, I'm like waiting at a stoplight. I'll go say hi, and I get out of my car, and like I walk up to their window and knock on the window, and this woman turns and like screams, hits the gas, and it just is like I completely terrified.
You're in like the inner city.
Yeah, I was just like, it was like I had no idea where I was.
Lady,
right? It's like,
Lady!
You gotta help me. And so she did. Just like tore out of there, and that was awful and totally didn't work. And then another time, I think it was when we were playing at the TLA, and I think we were playing with the horn section or something, and we were being like followed by like a car of like girls who had come to the show, and we had just gotten like the to go like the after show food, and it was all these like Philly cheesesteaks, and they were totally stinking up the car, and like everybody in the car is like, oh man, we got to get rid of these things. This is disgusting. It's like being inside the cooker, and so these girls are like like waving at us, waving at our van, and rolling down the window and stuff, and like one of the guys, I think it was you Jim O'Connor, rolled down the window. It's like do you girls like Philly cheesesteaks? And they're like, yeah. And he's like, all right. And it's just like hurls these cheesesteaks.
Lobbing the cheesesteaks into their car window. And they look so crestfallen. And
it was just, we might as well have been like throwing poo at them. It was right. Horrible.
Nothing against the Philly cheesesteak, by the way.
No, we love in an open, atmospheric environment, a Philly cheesesteak can be an extremely satisfying thing.
We have such a kind of a great track record here that it will be incredibly disappointing, I'm sure, if it's not one of the best shows we've ever done.
We're bringing the horn section. Yeah. That always helps. A little bit of backup. So it'll be an 8-piece band. So it'll be a pretty big show.
Yeah,
And,
it's a great room. We have a great crowd here, and we love this neighborhood. We love this town. We love the cheesesteaks.
As I said before.
Oh, and we'll be hanging out for the Mummers Parade in the morning, so getting up early for that one.
Don't let's start. This is the worst part. To believe for all the world that you are my precious little girl. But don't let's start. I've got a weak heart and I